So, hello and welcome. This is the removing the energetic forces and manipulation behind the U.S. Supreme Court decision. Blah. And everything that brings up. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ooh, big no there. Freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, so I'm your host, Max Riggs. I'm an energetic awareness explorer and your energetic guide to what's going on behind the scenes and the energetic forces that we're all feeling and experiencing, but a lot of times they don't make sense. Whoa, wowza, yeah. So everywhere that you felt all these funky energies from behind this court decision. I'm not going to use Supreme Court anymore because it's not supreme. That makes it like God or other or above world thing. It's not that. But anything that's behind that court decision, there's a lot of things that are basically energetic control, energetic manipulation, basically designed to make you feel small, weak, powerless, helpless, and even just like giving up. So that was behind all this stuff, the energetic stuff behind it. So it's no wonder that you're having upsets, funky, and it was hard for you to do stuff. It's been super hard for me to do things. On Friday, I basically almost couldn't do anything the entire day. So everything that brought up, do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? And everything that's saying no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, and the other thing I wanted to say about what we're going to be doing here today is we're going to be removing the manipulated part of all these emotions and that feeling of powerlessness. Yeah, I get that. What we're not going to be doing is completely removing anger and upset. Everything that brought up, vaporize, liquefy. Now, why aren't we doing that? Well, because anger, contrary to what you've been told, anger is not a base emotion. It's not an emotion to be avoided at all costs. There's a contributive part of anger, and that contributive part of anger is the part that gets you to do stuff when you weren't going to do it otherwise. Around this is it gets you to vote if you haven't been voting. That anger gets you to get out of the house and protest if that's something that you feel like doing. It helps you get this energy to do things to create the change that you want. Now, the non-contributive part of anger, and I think many of you went into that, is this part that it's this fury, this rage, ugh, where you're so angry that you can't even do anything. Ugh, and that's the manipulated part. So we're going to be removing that manipulated part, and there still probably will be some anger afterwards, but that's the contributive part of anger that you can then start using to start creating more of the change that you would like. Ugh, and everything that brought up. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, and so for those of you who are brand new to my work, the energetic changes we're doing, while I'm up here doing them, we're actually doing them together. And when I'm asking you these energetic questions, the work that we're doing is really deep and powerful, and get you at the same time, you have full and complete choice onto what you release, what you keep, and even if you do any of this at all. So that's the other part I want you to fully get is that I can't do anything, even if I know that removing something would be a contribution to we can't do that. You have to agree. You have to choose to have that released. Whew. And for most of the things you are, but you'll notice that there'll be some resistance to having these things releasing and changing, even things that you know that you want to release and change. Now, why is that? Well, one of the ones is you've heard that your subconscious mind locks in limiting beliefs, prevents them from changing. Well, your conscious logical mind also will do that. And your conscious logical mind won't release something that it thinks is still a contribution to you. So when I'm asking these clearing questions, some of them might be, it's like, no, there's something good there. But what happens is, if part of something is good, non-contributive things can hide behind it. Yikes. And because there's this good part there, we don't look at what's behind there. Ugh. Happens to all of us. So when there's some resistance there, often I'll then like ask the question a different way, give you some more background, and that gives your logical mind a place to go, oh, yes, I do want that. And then we can release it. Now, the other part that is there is the energetic resistance, the energetic forces that most other people, energetic people, don't even talk about. These are the non contributive energetic forces. Wah! Wah! So, all of the non contributive energetic forces that are up in your world, up in your reality, are up around this decision. Wah! Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow those non contributive energies to be removed from your reality now? Wah! Yes, I choose that. Ugh, there's a lot of sludge there. Ugh. Out, 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 out. Wowza. Ugh. Tangle, 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 tangle. And like I said before, is that part about if there's something that seems logical or seems rational, seems like a contribution, once again, around this anger that a lot of us have to what happened, part of it is a contribution and part of it's not. And that's why we're having this some little bit of funkiness with around these energies to be removing, because part of it's like, well, of course I'm upset. Ugh. So everywhere it's, of course you're upset. Ugh. And you can't be okay at all if this kind of decision is made in this country. Ugh. Ugh. Yikes, everything that brings up. Ooh, well, is release. Let go, and/or allow that to be removed from your reality now. Ah, yes, I choose that. Whoosh, out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Wow. And one of the other parts that comes up around any of this stuff, especially around this decision, is you have your natural and authentic emotions around it, which are yours and a contribution. But what happens is you also energetically are tapping in to all the other people around you that have a similar emotion. So what that's kind of like is it's kind of like you have a radio station turn to a certain dial, and then you add another radio station turn to the same dial, and another one, and pretty soon it gets super loud. And that what can kind of what's happening with these emotions, especially around this, is you're tapping into all the other women and people who are being impacted by this decision. Yeah. And part of that is a good is a contributive thing that you can do that. But what happens is we also want to release some of that, because when you're already in a tough place, you have emotions that are at this level, and you make those louder by perceiving other people's emotions. You can get into overwhelm. So everywhere you're in overwhelm around all this. Yikes. Whoa. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? And everything that's saying no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. Yeah, so for those of you that are new, I'm removing the energetic forces that are messing with around this. And there's a logical part that also is making that a no, that makes it hard to release that, because we have this built-in belief. It was actually started from when we were young kids, that the only way that you can be compassionate towards someone else is to fully feel the pain that that person feels. Yikes. Yeah. And when you're very young and didn't understand this stuff, like when you just stole someone else's kid's doll, and you're playing with it, and then the teacher or parent goes, how would you feel if somebody stole your doll? Yeah. And the thing is we kind of got this belief in there that we probably wouldn't be kind if we didn't feel what other people were feeling. And the part is you're such a kind and caring person. Yeah, you are such a kind and caring person that you would be kind and compassionate even if you didn't feel anything that other people felt. And this is the part that's going on here, is while there are lots of suffering going on, you fully feeling other people's suffering in addition to your own right now makes it really hard for you to create the change that you would like. Yikes. So everything that brought up, do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Wow, there's a lot of no here. And so there's some others. Let's just do some other ones too, and we'll probably end up having to come back to this. And I think what you're going to start to see is how there's so many parts that are intertangled, intertwined. Ugh, yeah, um, in all of this that makes it hard for us to just unlock, be okay with all this awful stuff going in the world. Yeah. So everywhere you've already pre-decided that there's no way that you could be okay being you as a woman. Ugh, yeah. Whoa. If this decision stands, everything that just brings up, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? There's a big no. Freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. Yeah. And if you have anything coming up, do put that in the chat window if you're on the Zoom call. And I'll see what I can do to address that as we're going along. The part that we're still tapping into is, yeah, there's this bit that, yeah. So everywhere that, once again, this decision was designed to make you feel this way, make you design that you could not be okay ever again. Yeah. So everywhere this was designed so you can't be okay ever again. Whoa, yikes. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Wow, there's so much no here. Freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. So all the unknowable, unspeakable, untouchable, undetectable, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, disinformation, energy fog, cloaking, and all manipulation around you, all manipulation around your body, and all manipulation around all of this. Do you choose to remove and destroy all that? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, okay. So we're going to do this one now that I haven't done, was planning on doing a little bit further down. But what I'm really getting is that your body and your being have a connection. Let all that go, let all that go, let all that go. And what can happen is when you have a big energetic shock, an emotional shock, or have a big challenge, like we're going through right now, especially when it happens really quickly, basically just like by reading a statement and it just like your world changes, your being can actually be pushed out of your body. So everywhere your being was pushed out of your body related to this decision. Ooh, everything that brings up. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. So that can make you feel really discombobulated, make you feel off center, because your body and your being are not in the same place. And don't worry, this happens to all of us at certain times. So we're going to do a little bit around that. So what awareness, energy, and frequency can you and your body be for body and being to be both head up? Yeah. Body and being both head up. So basically, if your body and being are at different angles, you're both getting head up. Eyes facing forward. Eyes facing forward. Eyes facing forward. Eyes facing forward. Self-referenced in your symbiotic, authentic body. Self-referenced in your symbiotic, authentic body. In your contributive reality, in your contributive dimension, and in this contributive time stream. Oh, that feels so much more peaceful. So let's do that one again. So what awareness, energy, and frequency can you and your body be for body and being to be head up, eyes facing forward, self-centered, self-referenced, and self-aligned in your authentic symbiotic body, in your contributive reality, in this contributive dimension, in this contributive time stream. Oh, awesome. And then everything that you decided that this decision means, that this decision actually doesn't mean, and everything you decided that this decision doesn't mean, that this decision actually does mean, yikes. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Whoosh, out, 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 out. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Oh, cool. Let's see. So that was, yeah. So we kind of got off on a interesting part about that. So let me just check my notes to see. Yeah, and all the manipulation, the subterfuge, ugh, around all this, and all of the, and everywhere this is tapping into how women have been uh, disempowered, subverted, oppressed throughout the history. Woo, woo, everything that's bringing up. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yeah, I choose that. Out, 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 out. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. Yeah, and it's kind of really interesting, the whole thing about how women have been put down throughout history. Now, what I found is that women just naturally have more access to the energetic realm, to understanding emotions that are under the surface, to having perceptions that other people don't have. And they're also not as influenced and um, by some of the more common paradigms, such as patriotism, war, duty, honor, blah, everything that brings up, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And those are actually kind of the ways that people who have been in power throughout history have kept women small. Because if somebody can see through your lies, see through your deceptions, and then also isn't fooled by patriotism, duty, ugh, and things like that, they become a threat to you. So everywhere it doesn't seem like you're a threat to anybody. Whoa. Yikes. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? And I choose that. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. Ugh. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Ah. Because the thing is even though it doesn't seem like you're super powerful, you actually are. And you and other women actually have the capacity to create a better life for you, a better life for all the people you care about, and even create a better world for everyone. Yeah. So everywhere it feels like you can't even create a better world for you, a better life for yourself. Everything that is, do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Huh. Now, one of the reasons that things have been so tough for you, in addition to all this other stuff, the stuff that's going on right now, um, is that energetic resistance, energetic forces, they actually kind of know that you're a strong, powerful woman. Yeah. No, just hold on and let's go through this a little bit, and you'll be able to see this. Um, and because they know that, they create extra resistance in your life so you don't step into your full power. Everything that brought up. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Banish, 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 vanquish. Now, the thing is they try to do that, but they actually can't. It just makes things more difficult. But as soon as we recognize that there's energetic resistance that's trying to prevent it, then we can remove it. Kind of just like if it's raining outside, it doesn't stop us from doing something. We just put up an umbrella or a raincoat, and then we go out and do whatever we need to do outside. And energetic resistance tries to make it seem like it's stronger and bigger than you. Yeah. But it actually isn't. Yeah. Yeah. So everywhere this decision makes it feel like somebody else has control over you. Yeah. Yikes. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Everything that's saying no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, out, out. Boom. Now, and on the surface, it seems like that. But the part is they want you, the people who created this, they want you to feel small, weak, and disempowered. Yeah, you let all that go, let all that go, let all that go. Now, when I see this, I go, oh, if the people that are trying to suppress me, suppress you, want you to feel small, weak, and powerless. Do you want to agree with what they want you to feel? There's like, F no. Now, there's nothing wrong with feeling that way. But the part is sometimes I use that when I'm being messed with or having some awful thing happen to me. I look at, oh, if this is how it was designed to be for me to feel this way, I don't want to give in to that. Yeah. And that sometimes takes some time. So wherever you are on this, that's totally okay. This is some big stuff. Ugh, yeah, yeah, because we're hitting multi. Ooh, whoa, oh, yikes! So everywhere this is hitting multi-generations stuff. Yeah, tapping you into women in the early 20th century, early 18th century, woo, early 17th century. Wow. So everywhere this is tapping you into women in different parts of time where they're even more oppressed. Ooh. Yikes. Everywhere that's not a contribution to you. Ugh, yikes. Do you choose to remove, release, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Out, 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 out. Whoa. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. And this is another one that's a big, tough one. Is you being women and being in the sisterhood of other women. Now, there's a contribution in that, but there's also this part where um, there's the things that have been promoted that if one woman is oppressed, yeah, that means all women are oppressed. Now, the thing is, there's some truth to that, but you can see the tangle about how if one woman is oppressed and that means all women are oppressed, yeah, and you're one of those women, yeah, that means that you really can't be okay. So everything that brought up, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. Because all of this stuff that we're trying to do today is remove this energetic crap so that you can at least be okay and function until you can actually start stepping up into more of the person that I know you can be. Oh, golly. Yeah. So let's do some more stuff around that. So, what is everything you decided this decision means that this decision actually doesn't mean? And what is everything you decided this decision doesn't mean that this decision actually does mean? Well, yeah, and everything that is, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Okay. Anything else coming up for people right now? Ooh, yeah. Yikes. Oh, okay. So another big one that's coming up around here is it's creating this additional polarity between forces that were already in conflict. And one of the ones that's really a big one is bringing in this additional false polarity and conflict between men and women. Ugh. Ugh. So everything, all this conflict between men and women that got generalized to all men and generalized to all women. Yikes, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. Because one of the parts that's going on here is the energetic forces, energetic resistance, and then the rich people in power. They want all of us struggling, competing against each other in polarity, doing these fights that don't even really matter to them, but it keeps us from directing our energy towards creating better lives for ourselves. Whew. And when you're creating a better life for yourself, you're also creating a better life for everyone else. And they don't want that. They want the world to stay exactly as it is. Ugh. And that feels pretty awful because you want to create this amazing positive change in the world. And you totally can. Woo. And it's changing it first for you. And first is moving through this control, this limitation that they want you to feel to keep you small and suppressed. There you go. There you go. You're starting to untangle it. Yep. So all the untangling or all the twisted, ooh, let's do that one for anger. All the twisted part of the anger. Yeah. All the anger, authentic anger you feel that got compounded and manipulated into awful, ugh, ugh, awful fear, rage, ugh, and tangly stuff. Untangle, untangle, untangle. Ugh. Untwist, untwist, untwist. Untwist, untwist, untwist. Woo, woo. Release, release, release. Oh. And once again, it's just like, yeah. And there's this other one is like everywhere you've already pre-decided that you can never be okay as long as this decision stands. Ugh. Yeah. And I mean, you see the kind of tangle there? Because if this decision isn't going to be changed for several years, ugh, that means that you can't be okay for several years. Ugh. Yeah. So everywhere it still feels so logical that you can't be okay when something like this exists. Ugh. Ugh. Yikes. Wowza. Woo. Release, release, release. Ugh. Discharge, discharge, discharge. Dissipate, 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 drain, and flush. Now, it does make it a lot harder, and I get that, and it is. But what if you can be okay or okay enough to do what you need to do to create more of the life you would like? Cool. That's starting to feel a little bit better. Let's see. So we talked about that being pulled out of your body. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So everything being pulled out of your body, being pushed out of your body. Yeah, everything that brings up. Yeah. And everywhere that's just wrong, it's this big deal. Yeah. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow that to be removed from your reality now? Ah, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, and this ties into another one. Um, and bear with me when I say this. Do you choose to be here, and do you choose to be here now? Blah. Yeah, there's a lot of no there because one of the things that happens is when we're having a really tough situation, challenge, especially like this stuff, you don't want to be here. I was talking to many women who are like, I want to leave the country. I want to leave this world. I want to leave this reality. Whoa. And that's a very logical thing to say and to think. But when you start thinking that and saying it, what happens is because we can't change this, we can't make this go away. What happens is you energetically send yourself away. And often it goes into another reality, another dimension, or even just a place where it's just not here. Yikes. And at first that kind of can feel better because you're not 100% here. But what happens is when you go off someplace else, there's less of you here. And that basically makes any challenge bigger. Yeah, yikes. So everything that brought up, yeah, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ah, yes, I choose that. Ugh. Vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, and so one of the parts around that is to call some of yourself back. Yeah, and you feel how it's just like, no, I don't want to come back. Ugh. Vaporize, liquefy. And I've looked at this really deeply. And so let's just like energetically just tap in to how much of you is actually here now. Now, I'm just going to warn you, it's going to be a pretty low number, but that's not such a big deal. So are you over 50% here? No. Are you over 40% here? 30%? 20? 10? Okay, so I'm only starting to get to read about when we get to about 10%. So if you've been having a challenge moving through this area or anything else, and if you're only 10% here, does that kind of help you understand why it's so hard? Yeah. Now the thing is most of us are really never 100% here. Anytime you're above like 15% here, you're actually doing pretty well. You actually can do most of the things in your life and you won't have like these big challenges. But when you're less than 10% here, and I was tapping in earlier and I was getting like a lot of people are around 5% right now. We want to call back in a little bit more. Right. So you feel how that's like, I'm not going to call a whole bunch back, but just a little bit. Whoa. And one of the ones I looked at was calling just 1% back more. Yeah. Let all that go, let all that go. And at first it doesn't seem like very much, but if you're only 5% here and you call 1% back, 1% more of you back, you actually have access to 20% more power than you have now. Whoa, okay. So what is everything in the way of you calling back 1% more of you? And everything that is, vaporize, liquefy, woo, vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Let all that go, let all that go, let all that go. So do you now choose to call back in 1% more of you? Okay, I got a reading on most of that. And I might have to do some more clearing on that another time. Whoa, there you go. Whoa. And I can just sense a lot more power coming from you. And then that gives you access to start doing more of the things that you need to do, more of the things that you can do to start creating more of the life that you would like. And then once again, I want to come back to no matter what you're feeling now, that's totally okay. Yeah. So everywhere it's not okay to be feeling what you're feeling. Yeah. Do you choose to release and let all that go? Yes, I choose that. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. Yeah. Now, the part is like, I know we don't want to be feeling these feelings, but what if we didn't make those wrong? There you go. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Anything else coming up for people? Oh, yeah. Yikes. Okay, this is another big one. So I've done a lot of work around how people like move through big challenges and how some people can move through a challenge and become like an amazing person, like a top of the world kind of thing. And some people that challenges breaks them. Blah. Everything that brings up, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And the thing is, it's not what the empowerment, the motivational speakers say, that you just have to change your mindset. Ugh, it's not that at all. But for us, what we can do is we can look at it and change it to how can you use this challenging situation to become more of the person that you would like to be. Do you feel how there's a little bit of openness on that? That like, what? That's a possibility? Well, yeah, it totally is. Because what happens is you have to use a lot of energy to move through any challenge. And if you direct that energy just slightly to becoming more of the person that you would like to be, whoa, it actually helps you through the challenge and it helps you step into that person that you would like to be. So this is one I use when I'm moving through a lot of really deep, big challenges. Is how can we use this challenge to become more of or how can you use this challenge to become more of the person you would like to be? And there isn't like an answer. It's not like we get like, oh, you need to do this and this. A lot of it is just that energy. There's that question, that direction. And that can be enough to really help that. And let's do some deeper clearings on all the energetic forces that are behind this. Woo. So what are all the entities? Demonics, aliens, reptilians, parasitics, beings, doings, gods, corporations, coalitions, false light beings, non-contributive light beings, non-contributive angels, non-contributive angelic helpers, and then the exploiters, corruptors, attackers, tricksters, or others. Freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all. And where were we, the infinite beings at their creation? Assembly, gilding, source, inception, insertion, copying, cloning, modification, or other. Freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Oh, wowza. Okay. Let me just check over my notes, and if anything's coming up for you, let me know. Okay, and I have some ones here. So let's just kind of go through that. So everywhere that you just can't be okay as long as this decision stands. Whew. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow that to be removed from your reality now? Anything that's saying no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Um, okay, so let me just tap into. So is it time? Has it been, is it possible for you to be okay when this decision stands? Will it be possible next week? Okay. And so one of the other parts I want to come back to is sometimes it does take us a little bit of time to be able to um, even look at some of these clearings. And it's totally okay no matter where you are. Yeah. Yeah. So everywhere you just don't want to be feeling what you feel. Oh, there we go. Let's just, okay. All right. Gotcha. So everywhere you just don't want to be feeling what you're feeling right now. Ugh. Yeah, everything that is, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yeah, I choose that. Out, 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 out. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Whoa. And then the other thing that I was really getting when I was like looking into and researching this topic energetically um, is that there are like these energetic whirlpools of additional things that get attached to it. So I'd be working on one little energetic thing, and then all of a sudden I'd be down some political rabbit hole, arguing to myself about something that's really awful. And so that's one of the things that I want you to play with or to look at is when you start feeling that and going down these deep paths, and all of a sudden you realize you're just like so angry and frustrated. Yeah, is to just say back out. Ooh, back out. Back out. Back out. Back out. And you feel how that just changes stuff? Because there's so much tangly polarity around this, and there's so much energetic manipulation that when you start even looking at some of this stuff, you just get there's this pull to pull you into these really non-contributive places, and we kind of have to catch ourselves to do this when we do this, because I mean, if this is happening to me, I'm sure it's happening to you and a lot of other people. And so everywhere that you keep getting pulled down these energetic whirlpools into places that you do not want to be, and it takes you too long to realize that you're there. Woo, you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now. Man, there's so much no. Let me just pull all that out. 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 Out, 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 out. Whoa. Yikes. Yeah. So let's do that thing back again. So everywhere you just don't want to be feeling what you're feeling right now. Yeah. Everything that brought up, do you choose to release and let all that go? Woo. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And this is the part where I was talking about anytime that you're saying something that you don't want to be somewhere, you don't want to even feel something, that sends part of you away. Now, that doesn't mean that we want to feel that, but it's just something to be aware of. Boom. Yeah, so everywhere you didn't want to be feeling these feelings, so you energetically sent part of yourself away. Everything that just brought up, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Man, I wish there was like how are we going to remove all this beeping no? So everything that's saying no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. So what's a fast way to get from where we are now for where we're seeking to be? Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Yeah, this is pretty tough. So once again, let's look at the part. Oh, yeah. So this is one of these ones too that when I've messed around, when I've been trying to kick out, when I've been working to kick out really tough energetic forces, there's this kind of trick that we can do. And I think we need to do it around all this Supreme Court decision. What is everything that the energies behind this know that you and other women can do that they're trying to prevent you from doing? Oh, wow. Do you feel the energy on that? That's huge positive energy. Whoa, whoa. And the thing is since it's kind of like, I don't want to use, since somebody who is opposing you, trying to oppress you, knows that you can do that, what we do is we then use that, use what they know to change and shift it. Um, so, whew, yeah. So, what is everything those energetic forces trying to resist you, oppress you? Whew, what do they know that you can do that they don't want you to do? Whew, whew. And all the energetic uh, feelings, thoughts, and all the capacities that you have that you've been denying or have been hidden from you. Blech. So all your energetic capacities that have been hidden from you. Woo! Do you choose to be aware of those to your authentic advantage? Ah, yes, I choose that. And then just be aware, be aware, be aware. Woo! Cool. Yeah. And then one of the other parts around all this stuff is anytime that there's a situation that's not changing, or it kind of like can't change, or it's not going to change for a long time, the energetic upsets and the things, they kind of like continually get recreated. That everything that is, yeah, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Now, they get recreated, but they're not as strong and they're more easy to change. But the part around that I want you to kind of just to get is that this clearing work we're doing now, the things will still kind of come up. There'll be some times that you get triggered around this again, and it will bring it back up. Blah, vaporize, liquefy. And so the part around that is just know that that's normal, it's natural, and then just run the energetic clearings to change and shift it. Oh, yeah. Um, let's see, what was the other part? I had something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah. And one of the other parts that I found that was really interesting is when you find yourself justifying and explaining stuff to yourself, bleh, the part is it's almost never you're explaining it to yourself. An energetic force or resistance has been like, it's kind of like prodding you to get you to say what you believe or go down some crazy path. And then you can see that potentially you end up in, like I talked about, that vortex being pulled someplace you don't want to go. I've noticed that today, that over the last couple days, all of a sudden I find myself like justifying my stand on abortion and women's bodies. And it's just like, why am I doing that? It's like, oh, because that's being compelled to me. And so everywhere that you've been compelled to ugh, justify your beliefs, to explain your beliefs, when that's been not to your advantage, yikes, wowza, do you choose to release and let all that go? Whoa, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. Woo, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. And then another part I'm going to recommend is being careful around social media right now. Ugh. Yeah, because there's a lot of things that are being put out there, especially a lot of memes and things. And some of those are helpful, but a lot of times I find myself, after I've seen just a couple of those, going down that energetic rabbit hole about being really upset and pulling me out of my center. Wow. So everywhere you've been pulled or pushed off your center. Woo, yikes. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Everything that's saying no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate. Out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yikes. Yeah, and we all get that. And so I'm gonna recommend that you do a lot more energetic processing right now. And one of the easiest ones to do, and I use this for multiple times a day, is actually when you have any kind of upset, challenge, or anything kind of comes up, just say everything that brought up, which is basically all those emotions that came up from that situation. I choose to release and let go all of those. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Whew. And I have to do that multiple times now on social media. And it's also really good to close social media or close the tab. Whoa, yeah. Yeah, so even just moving a tab over, that's helpful, but I'm going to suggest closing it and then making a conscious, and same thing on your phone, to actually close, not just go to the different app, but actually close the app, the social media app. Whoa, yikes. Um, and then so you have to make a conscious choice. And I still use social media. I do more than I might should, but it's just one of those things that can really help you out. The other part, before I get to questions, I wanted to give you guys some additional support stuff. So one of the ones, I'll put this in the chat. I'm going to offer you some discounts for additional support. So the one thing I think some of you have, but if you don't have the advanced version of This Changes Now, that's my most powerful energetic audio. It helps to remove all sorts of energetic upsets, excess emotions, energetic forces. I use it to take the energies down if I'm in even a really loud restaurant, or if I'm with my family for too long. Ooh, ooh, yikes. So everything family brings up, choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now. Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. So I have a link in the chat, and I'll also send that out in the follow-up email. I have a 20% off discount for that. And then I know that since this is bringing up a lot of stuff for people, if you need a private session, or a private session would be helpful, for the next 2 weeks, I'm offering 50% off. Ooh, my standard rates for private sessions. So I have a link for that. So you totally can do that if you need to. And let's see, let me see what else we have. Oh, we didn't even talk about sadness and grief. Ugh. Oh, yikes. All the sadness and grief. Whoa. Whoa. That's been coming up for you. Whoa. For all the suffering women. Whoa. Ugh. And just let go, release, 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 release. And once again, there's this authentic part of that's totally normal, natural, and a contribution. And there's this part that's not a contribution. And that's the part we're releasing. Or it's like when you're picking up all the sadness and all the grief. Release, release, release. And one of the parts around all this stuff is like feeling your authentic emotions, but almost always of the emotions that you're feeling, there's a part of it that's not authentic. Vaporize, liquefy. So it's kind of that part about you're either picking up part of it from other people around you, or the energetic forces, they kind of push on emotions that we have, and expand them to make them larger than they really are. And so when you're feeling any emotion, it's not to change or clear it. It's just to remove all the parts of it that are not authentically yours. Whoa. So all the emotions you're feeling around this decision, and but only the parts that are not authentically yours, do you choose to release and let all those go? Oh, so you feel how that felt a lot lighter? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then there's a part that just jumps in here. Again, this is like, but no, we can't be okay because women are suffering. And everything that is, do you choose to release and let all that go? Ooh, retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void. Make null and void. Make null and void. Yikes. Let all that go. Let all that go. Let all that go. And once again, there's this part where some of that is true. We want to support women everywhere. But having the belief that, or having that thing that you can't be okay if other women are suffering. Yeah, there's a tangle there. Yeah. So everywhere you're connected by a sisterhood between you and other women, Yeah, and that sisterhood has been used to your disadvantage. Yeah. Now, most of it's a contribution. So just want to under you to get that. There's this, but the parts that are behind it that are not a contribution. Ugh. There you go. So the parts behind the sisterhood, hidden behind the good parts. Whoa, wow, you're able to see a lot more by doing that. Yeah. So all the non-contributed parts of the sisterhood, hidden behind the good parts of the sisterhood. You choose to release, let go, and or allow all those non-contributed parts of the sisterhood to be removed from your reality now. Yeah, choose that. Let me just pull all that out. 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 Whoa. Woohoo. Yikes. Wowza. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. And ooh, that's the other part. Yeah. And so one of the other parts that, what if one of the reasons this decision came up now was because women were starting to get more empowered? Ooh. Woo. Yeah, because one of the clients I was working with was talking about how it felt like she was getting pulled down. She had started to feel really good, but then getting pulled down. So everywhere this decision was designed to pull women down, to make women feel controlled. And everything that brings up, do you choose to remove and destroy all that? Yes, I choose that. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. Yikes. And the part is while that was designed that way, the energetic hooks and pulls on that are actually really small. You're going to go, I know I get, you're going, no, they're huge. No, it seems like they're huge, but they're actually not. Now, doesn't mean they're not there or they're impacting you, but what it means is that we can change those. Well, so all the energetic hooks, ties, everything that's trying to pull you down so you can't soar. Ooh, do you choose to cut, to sever, to remove those non-contributive, energetic holes, ties, connections, cords, links, and attachments? Yes, I choose that. Whoa. Cut, 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 cut. Oh, cool. All right. That's feeling. Oh, yeah. So all the pain and suffering that women have to hide. And everywhere mothers and daughters have to hide their feelings. They have to suffer in silence. They have to keep secrets from men. Everywhere that's not a contribution to you. Wow. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yeah, there's a no there, but no, it's like women have to keep those secrets from men. Yeah, so everything that's telling you that you have to keep those secrets from men, that's not a contribution to you. Okay, that's the part we had to do. That's not a contribution to you. Do you choose to release and let all that go? Yeah, I choose that. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void. Make null and void. Make null and void. Oh. Yeah, and there's a difference between keeping a secret and not saying something. Yeah. Yeah, so everywhere that if you're not saying something, that means it's a secret. Do you choose to release and let all that go? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, and then there's another part around all this stuff where if you about what being fully expressed means. Yeah, yikes. And there's this big thing in the New Age spiritual community that you're supposed to be fully expressed. You're supposed to be able to be yourself 100% of the time, everywhere. Everything that brought up. You choose to release and let all that go. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. And the part is you can be a fully expressed person, not suppressed, even if you don't say anything. I know it's not what we've been told, and we would like to be able to say whatever we would like to say whenever we could say it, but it's not always a contribution to you and what you're trying to create to do that. Now, how do I look at this? Now, I look at this as I've used this example before. I think you guys have heard it. That you don't have to be um, in a super powerful position or fully express yourself to be super powerful. So, if we take the woman, female CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and if she chose to pretend to be the greeter or the mail delivery person in her company to see how people reacted to employees or see how customers reacted to her, when she's pretending to be um, the secretary, greeter, or package delivery person, um, is she suppressing who she is? Ugh. No, she's just going, oh, I'm a super powerful CEO, pretending to be this person who doesn't have power. So inside, she has that full access to who she is. And that's what I want you to do. So even if you're in a situation where you feel like you can't be yourself, yeah, and I get that a lot of you are there. What if you can be fully you inside yourself, no matter what the situation is? Woo. So anything preventing you from being fully you, fully expressed within yourself, whether you say it or not, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ah, yes, I choose that. Whoosh, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Blah. Blah. Okay, this is a really big topic, but let me just bring it up quickly. So the whole part around masculine and feminine, yikes. Both of those have been hugely perverted to put you in polarity, to make that if you're masculine, you're not masculine enough, or you're too masculine. If you're feminine, you're not feminine enough, or you're too feminine. It's basically been designed to mess with us. So everywhere femininity has been designed, and it's designed by society. So everywhere society has designed the feminine to mess with you, to exclude you, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Blah. And it's the same thing with masculine. So what is everything you've been told feminine is that feminine actually isn't? And what is everything you've been told feminine isn't that feminine actually is? And everything that is, you choose to release and let all that go. Woo! I choose that. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. Okay. And so now, where does it feel like? Yeah. How does that things feel now? They feel a lot. Okay, it feels a lot better. Yeah. And so, anything coming up for people that you want me to look at more, or there's a certain tangle around this that would be really helpful for me to go over? Yeah. Okay, so if something comes up, do put it in the chat or come off mute. But everywhere that this is activating past trauma in your life, ah, everything that is, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Everything that's saying no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all. Woo. Out, 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 out. Yeah. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. So one of the other parts around all this stuff is that when we have a new challenging experience, it brings up stuff from the past. Wow, it brings up stuff from the past that wasn't fully resolved or released. Now, part of that is really tough because it makes the challenge we have now even bigger because we're dealing with other stuff from the past as well. Vaporize, liquefy. Now, the contributive part of it is because it's the stuff from the past is coming up, we can change, shift, and release that at the same time we're moving through our current challenge. Oh, cool. And one of the parts about trauma, um, is that with this energetic work, we can release now trauma and traumatic stuff, even that's embedded in your body. We can release a lot of it without even having to look at it. Ugh. Yeah. And so the part that we're going to do right now is like if there was a contribution, like you really need to look at something to process it before you were going to release it, we're not going to touch that part. The only part we're going to be touching is the part that doesn't have to be looked at. So you don't have to look at it. We're just going to I'm just going to reach in and pull it out. And only the parts that you want to release, and nothing that you need to look at to process. It's just release. So what are all the traumas, upsets, challenges in you, in your body, that you can just release, that you don't have to look at, you don't have to feel, you can just release. Release, 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 release. And any of those ones that need to be kind of like gently lifted out, I'm just going to reach in. If that's okay. If not, just nothing's going to happen. If you would like that, I'm going to do that. Just reach in. Oh, pull up. Pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome. Oh, we've been moving a lot of stuff. And there probably will be some more stuff that'll still come up for you. So the other part is do feel free to put a comment below. If you're watching this video on YouTube or Facebook, just put a comment below. I read all those, or send me an email. I'm happy to help support you with a little bit of energetic, answering energetic questions or showing a little bit what's going on. Let me just see if there's anything else that I have on my thing. Whoa. Okay. I think that was basically the main stuff I wanted to cover. Well, I guess we could kind of go back again and look at those main areas to see. Go over those again where we are. So everywhere you've already so everything this whole class has brought up. Yeah, everything that is, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? And everything that's still saying no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. Finish, vanquish, finish, vanquish, finish, vanquish. Yeah. So if you were feeling okay, would that mean that, so everywhere, if you feel okay now, that means that you're aligning with, you're agreeing, you're not thinking that the decision is as awful as it is. Ugh. Yeah. Do you choose to release and let all that go? Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. So everything you decided being okay would mean about this decision about you, that doesn't mean about this decision and doesn't mean about you. And everything being okay now doesn't mean about you or doesn't mean about this decision. It actually does mean about you and about this decision. Do you choose to release and let all that go? Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Oh, and everywhere that there's no way any woman should be able to be okay with this decision. Did you choose to release and let all that go? Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yikes. Whoa. And yeah, and some of that's true, but the part is, do you see how that tangle is? That there's no way that you can be okay? So can you now be okay? Yes. Yeah. Oh, and I wanted to say this other thing that I've been looking at, like how some the people who are such extremists on the opposite side that are messing with this is why can't they see the hypocrisy in what they're saying? Whoa, everything that brings up. Do you choose to release and let all that go? Wowza, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Yeah, and one of the things is there's so much energetic manipulation around them that they're agreeing with. Yeah, that they really can't see anything different. Vaporize, liquefy. Now, the part around that is just to let you know that when you try to convince somebody who believes these crazy things, ugh, vaporize, liquefy, it's probably not going to work. But I don't want you to stop. It's more to energetically ask before you have the conversation, or even in the middle of the conversation, um, can you shift this person's opinion? Yeah. And most likely it's going to be no. And so the part is just to know that, so you don't like keep trying to force something that's not going to work, unless it's a contribution to you. Ugh, ugh. So everywhere it seems like you no longer own your body. Ugh. Ugh. Somebody else, the government, ugh, the state owns your body. Ugh. 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 Yikes. Do you choose to release, ugh, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Once again, there's this funky stuff is like, well, no, because we don't want that. But the part is around that is it's the perception is a lot more than the reality. So the reality is that there's little energetic energies holding on to that. I'm not talking about the loss of, but there's little energy holding that. But it seems so much bigger. So all the energetic stuff that's saying that you don't own your body, you don't have rights to your body, choose to remove and destroy all that. Yeah, yes, I choose that. Whew. Freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all. Whoosh. Out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, and cut, 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 cut. And then all the non-contributed parts of the sisterhood between you and other women, that actually feels pretty good. Good job. Everywhere that if one woman's oppressed, that means all women are oppressed. Ugh, that's still a big one. So everything that brings up, ugh, retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. And everywhere it's men against women, women against men, ugh, or women against women. Ooh, yeah. Everything that is, do you choose to release and let all that go? Ooh, yeah, yikes. Yes, I choose that. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant. Ooh, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. Yeah, and that's another thing we didn't really talk about is how like the powers in charge, they want women to be in competition with other women. Because that, once again, if you're in competition with other women, that makes it less likely that you're going to step up and start creating a world that works for you and works for the rest of us too. Ooh. Wow. So everything competition between you and other women mean, do you choose to release and let all that go? Ooh. Yes, I choose that. Wow. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. And we also talked about that energetic whirlwind. So when you start thinking about, like, once again, it's like anytime you start justifying thoughts to yourself or going down a conversation. Ooh, yeah. So justifying thoughts to yourself, or also you start having a conversation with somebody else that maybe believes something different, or maybe you're even it's just like a fictional person on the other side. Whoa. So all the conversations you're having with fictional people on the other side, or composite people. Yeah, that's a bigger read. So everywhere you're having, and once again, no judgment, because I was doing this too. So everywhere you've been having conversations with composite people that are on the other side of the issue. And everywhere that's been to your disadvantage, because it makes you really upset, it pulls you into stuff, you go down those energetic whirlwinds. Whoa. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Ah, cool. And then the other part is to limit social media. And the part is that I'm not saying that you should not be on social media. It's just be a little bit more conscious of what you're doing. So if you always have your social media up, I'm going to suggest at least a couple times a day turning it off. And if you use social media 20 times a day, what if you could use it 18? Yeah. And anytime you're seeing and that's the other part, anytime you start seeing too many of those memes, stories justifying one belief or another, those can be really pulling on your emotions. And you start feeling your emotions pulled, I'm going to suggest turning off social media, doing some clearings, playing This Changes Now, um, doing what's required, and then also be really kind to yourself. Because this is a tough time. No matter what anybody says, it is a tough time. And with all the energetic work we did today, we're making it easier. It's still tough. I get it. Ugh. So everything that brought up, yeah, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Ugh. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Ah, okay. Cool. So I think that was basically everything. I'm gonna ask once again if we have any more questions before we go into one of the things I've been doing in my new classes and my membership program is doing some deep receiving to help all that. So any quick questions before we do that? Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to invite you to connect to the authentic, symbiotic, green growing planet. The planet that loves you. Oh, 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 there you go. And now let's expand out beyond the planet in all directions. And anything that's blocking your expansion, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, and whoosh, out, 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 out. So let's expand out beyond the planet. Yeah, and everything that's blocking above you, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and out, out, out. That makes a lot of sense because all the stuff we've been working with has been designed to pull you down, make you feel smaller. So yeah, so everything that's above that. So let's just, I'll just energetically just like blast off like we were a rocket ship. So up, 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 there we go. So expand out beyond the planet in all directions, using extra energy up. And we'll expand out beyond the solar system in all directions, including up. And we're just focusing a little bit more up, but I don't feel as much resistance. It was just like that close in. So once again, it seems like all these energies are really strong, but they're small. They're actually a lot smaller than we think they are. Whew. So expand out in all directions beyond the solar system, expand out in all directions beyond the universe, expand out in all directions beyond the multiverse. Ugh, well, everything that's funky about the multiverse, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Expand out beyond the multiverse, expand out beyond the beyondiverse in all directions, expand out beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, past the infinite realms. Connect into your infinite being. Woo. Connect into your infinite body. And invite your body to connect into the infinite planet. And from this space, we have access to all the energies in the universe. So what is everything your body and what is everything your being would like? What loving, supporting, nurturing energies would you and your body like? Ooh, there we go. Let's bring all those energies in front of you. Ask them to expand to exactly what you would like. And one thing we found is the universe has abundant energies, way more than you could ever take. And she's a super gracious host. Woo. She wants you to have as much as you can, so you'll go away satisfied. Woo. So ask again for how much you would really like. And if you couldn't be greedy, ask for that. Because we often don't want to be too greedy. But there's more than enough for you and more than enough for everyone else that wants some. So expand out to exactly what you would like. And if you weren't being too greedy, even more. Ask those energies to frequency match to your body's and being's advantage. And then receive them into your body and receive them into your being. So allow those loving, nurturing, supporting, healing energies into your body and into your being. And allow them to flow wherever in your body and wherever in your being you would like them to flow. If they're parts that are extra raw, hurting, sore, aching, allow those energies to nurture, support, soothe, heal, and fill those aches. And let's expand back out. And what is everything else your body, and what is everything else your being would like? Let's bring all those energies in front of you Ask them to expand to what you would like. And then, because the universe is a gracious host, she wants you to have as much as you would like. Expand to even more and even more and even more. Now let's frequency match those energies to your body's and being's advantage, and then just receive those loving, nurturing, supporting, healing energies into your body and into your being. And allow them to nurture, support, and heal. And fully fill any empty places, any hurting places, any places that are aching or raw. And what's everything else your body and being would like? Let's grab all those energies from the universe, bring them in front of you, ask them to expand to what you would like, ask them to expand to how much you really would like. Whoa. And if there is no limits and you could not be greedy, ask them to expand to that. Ask those energies to frequency match to your body's and being's advantage, and then receive those loving, nurturing, supporting, and healing energies into your body and into your being. And let's allow those energies to keep nurturing, supporting, and healing your body and healing your being the rest of the day till you've had enough or you're just ready for something else. So thank you so much for being with me in this webinar. And if you have any questions or comments, leave those below this video, send me an email, and I'm happy to support you moving through this, what is a huge challenge for all of us. So thanks again, everyone.